a member of the infamous Muslim rape gangs in Great Britain has admitted that they have chopped at least one trace of British sex slave in pieces and then thrown into a kaleidoscopic mackerel of a halal slaughterhouse. Bizarre. The Muslim who admitted this still walks around freely. Meanwhile, a mini-series has been made about the experiences of 3 British girls who were abused, raped and forced to prostitution by Muslims, who in turn were protected by the politically correct elite. At least so shocking is that when the mother of the missing girl, Charlene Downs, came to the butcher's shop, they asked if they had seen their daughter. They received a free kebab Muslim store, consisting of the grind of her own daughter. The Muslims were eventually arrested after the biggest abuse scandal in British history finally came to light. However, the perpetrators were released by the court because, despite their confession, a procedural error would have been made. The judge also granted them almost 300,000 smart money. Many thousands of victims, some never recovered. Police investigation into the butcher's rape gangs revealed that there were certainly 17 British girls who had become victims, and another 100 other Islamic affairs were involved. Note: it's only about one city, Blackpool. The scandal is scattered across a large number of other large and smaller cities, and the number of victims runs in the many thousands, of which some, like Charlene Downs, have never been recovered. Muslims guilty are still working in the same companies. 29 arrested Muslims have been found guilty but never convicted. Many of them still work in the same companies like butchers and takeaway restaurants, used to try and abuse British girls, some of whom do not grow older than 11 or 12. The most commonly used method is that Muslim first-time British girls contact first, fling them and then play to their older brothers or friends. The Muslims have first identified which girls do not have a father or live in a single parent, or have other problems. Those girls are most prone to this kind of loverboy activity. 1,400 victims in Rotherham are just the tip of the iceberg. The first city that received the news about the Islamic torture and rape gangs about 3 years ago was Rotherham, where Pakistani Muslims tried, raped and prostituted for years of 1,400 British girls. But Rotherham is still nothing compared to what happens in other cities, said British InfoWars correspondent Tommy Robinson. And the left elite who continues to say how amazing Islam is, how tolerant we should be, lives in expensive neighborhoods where their children never come into contact with those men. Girls literally branded with M of mosque. For example, an 11-year-old girl in Oxford was abducted and abused by Muslims from the mosque, after which her buttocks, in a house right opposite the mosque, were branded with a glowing hot iron with the letter M of mosque, because they forever the possession of them would be. The same Muslims nailed another girl's tongue to a table, Robinson, and they still find that they have done nothing wrong too. That was evident from all their testimonies during the court cases. Logical, because the Prophet Muhammad did the same things. British Muslim community, it's the fault of the girls themselves. Significantly, that is not one moderate Muslim, wherever the politicians in the hate always so often point out, openly opposed the perpetrators. In fact, the most heard response from the Muslim community in Great Britain was that it should be the blame of the girls themselves, because those of 11 and 12 years old would have behaved like whores. This is the attitude of Islam to girls and women, especially if they are non-Muslim. Media does not write anything negative about an official state religion. We emphasize that these are not conspiracy stories, but confirmed facts. There has been a lot of attention paid to British media since 2015 and, as previously written, a mini-series has been made. Various local politicians, police officers and even complete city councils have been arrested because they have been in a position of misunderstandings for some time, but did not object to it, and in some cases even victims of the victims even intimidated and threatened. Why do you read so little about the Dutch media? That does not require any explanation. The perpetrators are followers of Islam, and that seems to be same. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.